Hey everybody, soybean farmer here. Well, for the last week, I've gotten real serious about seed selection, soybean seed, for moving into the Liberty Link program. And I was thinking back, when I first got involved with soybeans, this is my 18th year. I just, for some reason, I picked Pioneer, Norfolk King, Syngenta, all that's synonymous. And they're group 7 bean. I tried group 5s, that was horrible. Group 6 was okay. But the group 7 was the one that was best suited for what I was doing here. Got the best yields with it, even on that horrible year, 2007, where we had the worst 100-year drought. This was the worst drought in 100 years here. Made beans with that seed. So, having tried some different manufacturers just on a whim, and then been forced to when there were seed shortages or didn't get my order in time, I pretty much can say that Syngenta Group 7 was the best seed I ever used. It was a consistent performer, and that taught me that different seed types from different manufacturers or suppliers, whatever how you want to say it, they're going to perform different. And with that knowledge, that's caused me to think slow and long about whose seed am I going to use in the Liberty Link program. Well, I made a lot of phone calls and found a bunch of different supply houses, and every supply house has got its expert, or the one that when you start asking questions, somebody on the phone will say, well, you need to speak to so and so, and so you say, well, can I? And you end up talking to them eventually. And there was 3 people that just talked in a manner that impressed me, and it was interesting enough that all 3 of these people, and they don't know each other. In fact, there was as much as 50 miles difference, 50 miles distance between these 3 different suppliers. But all of them had the same recommendation for my farm after questioning me about soil types and my location. And it was the actual Bayer seed. I think the tag number was CZ7007LL. So I was kind of impressed with that and decided that that's the one I would go with. Everything that I've read about that seed looks really good. There's one little minor issue. When I go looking at nematode, cyst nematode or root knot nematode resistance, and I compare it back to that favorite seed of mine that I used for so long, the charts rate this Bayer product one level below that Syngenta product that I liked so much. And I know I've got nematode issues here on this land. So that's the only issue in my mind. And I'm thinking, well, let's go back and look again and see if there's a Liberty Link seed that has a better nematode resistance. And I couldn't find it. It's obviously that's something they haven't got spliced into it yet. But going with the Liberty Link, fed up with the weeds, had enough of that. Gonna try a different herbicide program. Gonna win this battle with this stinking water hemp pigweed and this morning glory. It'd be nice to get rid of sickle pod too, but sickle pod's never been the nightmare, the stop your combine dead in its tracks kind of thing that morning glory can do. So I think I've got my pick now. And interestingly enough, in talking to these 3 different suppliers, they had 3 different prices on seed. One of them was $62 a bag. Another one was $54 a bag. And The best one was $52 a bag. And I started asking that guy to tell me, how do I get to your place? Well, I got the address out of him in MapQuest, and he's actually about 2 miles further away than everybody else. But hey, that's 4 additional miles for round trip travel, and that kind of savings over what I had budgeted for $62 a bag. Yeah, I'm all about getting me a big cigar and riding down there. Well, I just thought I'd give you all an update on, let you kind of get into the thought process of what goes on in seed selection. And that's where I'm at, and getting ready to make the call tomorrow morning to place an order with that guy. And plan a road trip to go get the seed. Everybody, thank you for watching my channel. Thanks for subscribing. And y'all have a good evening. Good night.